Go live. We are live. Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. Hello. Happy Friday. We have swapped Cheryl for Anna Goscombe today.
Hi, Donna. Hi, everyone. Super excited to be live.
Yes. Well, we have been threatening to do this for ages, haven't we? Anna and her team are the brains that have helped us bring the Mind Code and Practitioner certification, accredited certification to life. They have been, we literally couldn't have done it without you and the team. Like, you are incredible, and you are just experts at getting us, at helping people. Like, for me, the expertise was so powerful in helping us highlight what we do and bring that into an accredited certification. Because I was like, would anyone buy it? Would anyone want to know? And you were like, yes.
Of course they do. And we do help you bring to life, but the core is your work. I just want to make that very specific, because you've got such a fantastic work that has to be brought to life, and seen not just by many more people, but seen by many more businesses as well. I'm a firm believer that apart from every small business, I'm a firm believer that every enterprise and every organization needs what you do. And I feel a big wave coming, actually, a big change coming around 2026. And we're just to jump on that wave before it's come. And I think it's the best time.
Yeah, well, you had me so excited, because God, how long have we been working on this for now? It's like, it's months in the making, as if from our initial conversations. Like,
yeah, it's around 5 months.
Yeah. And I think for us, because obviously we've always done the thing where we're coaching people and we're helping change lives, but this is why Mind Code and Practitioner is so beautiful, because it's teaching you how to do that. And we didn't just want it to be like a normal coaching certification. We wanted it to be really different. And for us, the bit that is different with us, and the people that have joined already, for them, it's the fact that it's incorporating the energetics and the mind work and the spirituality element. Like, we can't take that out because it's so important, but it's not like in a woo way, because we're not really woo girls. We're like, this is how you affect change and how you get transformational results in your life for you and your clients.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing I want to say as well, and is that actually, how do you call it in English? Hit the nail on the head really well. It's like, you didn't want to be another coaching certification, and it's absolutely not another coaching certification. It's so much more than that. I mean, there's a reason why it's also called practitioner. It's not called a coaching certification, because I don't want that to sound any disrespectful to or anything like, because coaching certification is so much needed out there. But for me, that's always been just a touch more generic than actually what a practitioner is. And that's exactly what your certification is. It's really connect mind, soul, body. So how can we be wealthy in all areas of life, but how can we actually be practitioners for others in their businesses, in their organizations? What is that know-how that you guys with Cheryl have in your business that you apply every single day to be successful for yourself, to be successful for your clients? So everyone who comes into that practitioner course applies that to be successful in their business, but also be successful for their clients. And that's really, really important to understand, because you do go so much into details into that practitioner certification. And the other thing, it's an accredited certification. I'm a little bit of a numbers geek, because I'm a little bit of a kind of a sales geek.
Numbers.
I love that, right? So I've actually taken some numbers this week to kind of share, because I don't think a lot of people and even businesses understand what is the difference between a normal certification and a difference between an accredited certification. 100%. So the first thing I want to start with, your business is accredited. So for your business to be accredited, has already proven a sustainability of delivery, a sustainability of business, and a sustainability of, having happy clients, I actually don't like the word happy, and probably a lot of coaches of happiness will hate me here, because for me, with my business brain, happiness is a state of mind. We need to feel happy regardless. We need to find a way of fueling that happiness on a daily basis in our life and business. Satisfaction is what I'm after.
Yes, I love that. That was the word in my head. It's like the satisfaction element.
Yeah. And that is something really, really hard to achieve in the business. And it's very hard to achieve with your clients as well.
Yeah.
It's really easy to make a client happy, right? If you do have an outgoing persona, if you're if it matches with your client, whether the client is an extrovert or introvert, you will automatically make your client happy just with your presence. It's much harder to make the client satisfied. And I always say, if you can make them happy and if you can make them satisfied, that's where the golden formula is. And this is exactly what your business has been proven to do in order to also get accredited.
Yeah.
Now we can go deeper into getting that course to a certification level and getting that course to a accredited level.
Yeah.
So to get a course to a certification level, I mean, kind of the title says it itself, practitioner, right? You guys had to really delve deep into details of what's needed, how can we actually deliver, how can we, and I remember, Donna, you throughout the whole time, you were like, I need to understand better what's the outcome for my people. Anyone who comes in, I need to know what would be the outcome. You are so driven by that outcome because you guys are so integral with everything you do within your business that for you, your main focus on every call, when we were diving deeper into the content, you were like, I need to understand that. I need to make sure that the outcome we get, everyone who comes into the practitioner course and get accredited and certified as practitioner, they get as well. And that's the other bit that the accreditation body wants to see. It's not just something blank on a piece of paper, which is copy and paste from somewhere. We have to make sure that there's no plagiarism, because obviously it passes checks for that. The owners of the certification, in this case it's you and Cheryl, have the expertise and have the qualifications. They know what they're talking about, and that's really, really important as well. So that brings it already to a certification level.
And it's so important, isn't it? We didn't want to just give them loads of information. I'm like, you can get the information anywhere. It's the transformation, isn't it? It's like knowing how to use those tools for yourself and other people, and knowing what gets the best results. Like that, like you said, that I almost forgot about that, but that has been such a driver.
No, it's been your driver. It is the practical bit, and that's why it's a practitioner. Obviously, you do have all the theoretical parts around it, but what makes it a certification level, it's that practical thing. That's why we've got a practitioner certificate. It's actually hidden within the words. How do I get it? Because let's not lie about it. If someone wants to, get very theoretical and academical, they can go to a university. Now, whether that's the traditional system works, it's a completely different topic. We're not going to discuss that today. But the people who come into those type of certification, and you're specifically one, they will come because they want to get what's been working for you to make sure that this happiness and satisfaction is matched. And that's really, really hard. Very often people think when it comes down to business, I just need to make more money and I'm going to be happy. And I had a very similar conversation with someone yesterday. You're not going to be happy if you're not happy and satisfied within you, and if your clients are not happy and satisfied. Because when you make more money, let me tell you, you've got bigger investments to make. You've got bigger teams to look after. So don't rely on the fact that when you make more money, if you're not happy on 100,000, you're not going to be happy on 150,000. You're not going to be happy on 1 million. It's your certification. We say mind, body, soul, and money. And it took me 8 years in business to understand it myself. Right? Because we always think it's the monetary things that make us happy. It's not that. And that's exactly what the practitioner is about. And we're going another level, which is the accredited. Now, there has been, let me tell you, there's been huge discussions recently. And I know things are bubbling as well on the news that will be coming out throughout this year, to be talking about accreditations, qualifications, certifications, and what's the difference between just the certification and a certification which has been accredited by a very good, one of the best external bodies out there. That course passes rigorous criteria, right? That's not the certification anymore of Donna and Sherry and what they think is best. This is a course that's been dissected by assessors team, which are professors from universities, from colleges, and from practical business aspect as well. So what they're looking into, is the title right enough? Is it not misleading to your people? What are the outcomes? What are the end goals? The one that Donna was driven throughout. What is it actually that? What are the outcomes? That's what how practical, how practical is actually the course, and how much theory matches practicality. People who passes accredited courses and get certified as practitioners are 36 times more successful in going into after that within that field than people who have just passed the certification. Because they're thought through a very how do you say it in English? Losing my English. The information is delivered in a really understanding, in a really good, it's almost kind of bite chunks. Is that the right word in English?
Bite chunks. Absolutely. That's important to us, isn't it? We've always said, it's like, how do they integrate this quickly? How do they use it, embody it straight away? And
they can be in peace that this is actually being checked by really high up people that check how practicality and theoretically match together, and then they say to the business, this is what needs to be changed, that's what needs to be left, that's how you need to run it, and that's when you can go and run it. More and more people, business owners, people and organizations will be understanding the massive gap between certifications and between certification by accredited businesses going forward when they see the impact that they have. Within, the return on investment is obviously how can they apply that into their business. And let's not forget the last bit is the delivery, because you can have the best book out there, but let me tell you, if it's put in an audio version and the voice is really annoying or it's very monotonal, I'm not going to listen to it. And that fantastic and amazing content is just in the bin. So the way the delivery bit, and that's the other aspect actually to accredited certifications, the way the delivery bit as well is decided, the way you guys are going to do it, that's around 45% of the work. And how that information is delivered for people to understand it, then apply it, then they know how to get the return of investment on that. 36% more successful. You've got 20% more chances as well for them to continue successfully in any further education, whether they want to go into, to kind of proceed with that topic further into a college, into other accredited providers, into training academies, or into, even in universities as well. So that actually brings the 20% chances more as well. So there's some really, really good figures. I'm very happy as well to share with you links later, and you can send as well to people. But if you actually see the, how do you call it, almost kind of the educational science behind it, it's a huge, huge difference. And the easiest way to explain is this isn't. Obviously, that's the gold nugget of Now Is Your Time accredited academy business. But that's not just Donna and Sherry who decided to sit down today and write academy modules. They've worked really freaking hard to get that. and it's been so much back and forward, and I'm sure that there has been time when you're really happy and there has been time when you're really frustrated because you know what it is and you can't, you want to make sure. And one thing I can guarantee, we do have a fantastic group chat together. And I always say, guys, if I'm quiet on the days, don't think I'm ignoring you, because I'm actually very observant as a person.
Yeah.
One thing I can guarantee you throughout this whole process, you guys, and Donna specifically, was like, her duty question was the outcomes, the return of investment, the outcomes. And that was kind of grilled into everyone's brain. And that's how that certification was built and led by. And of course, that's very, that's very apparent to the accreditation team as well.
Yeah, and your team have been amazing though. Like literally, we're like a little family now. Like I'm completely obsessed.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we love working with you.
Well, and I think the thing is, again, for us, we said this to you at the outset, didn't we? We didn't want to just go to anybody and do that. Like for us, it's like, come in, understand what we're about, like what is our mission, our legacy, like what we do in the world. And because we were already friends, that felt like such a beautiful extension then to do this together, which is incredible. But you and the team, like I can't speak highly enough of you all, because
thank you so much. That means a lot.
Yeah, it's
because we genuinely love you, and we've actually learned so much from you throughout the whole process, right? We've learned so much from you, and I have to say as well, you guys have been, I think the group, obviously, and that's what I always say. Like when we work with people, we want to have that symbiosis. Where did I pronounce it right?
Yeah, it's like a symbiosis, so it's benefiting everybody that's in that.
Yeah, it's like a synergy. Like I just feel you guys have been so open to any type of feedback, and anything that has been created has been driven by the fact of what is people are going to come out of it. This I just want to say as well, there isn't any other mind coding practitioner at the moment on the market of that accreditation body. And this will be with a very, very high percentage of CPD points as well. So you're looking over 150 CPD points, which is the biggest on the market. That's very important as well, because accredit you on a very, very high level.
I think, and we were passionate about that when we were like, it's not a sheep dip program, like it's 16 weeks, it's meaty, it's going to be live training with us. It's really like, we don't want you to walk away just with a certificate. We want you to walk away, be personally transformed, know how to help other people do that, because that's our continuation of, like, if you've got an hour's your time on something, like that means something, and it stands for quality, and it stands for that trust and assurance, and like everything that you said that comes with being an actual academy. So for us, like, we see so many people like leaving corporate or in corporate as leaders, and they want to stand out, like their personal brand means something to them, whether it's like our people are big-hearted people with big missions who come to us, like and we wanted them to have something that really had meat and guts and spoke to something that was very different, and was, like you said, practical is really important to us, because like you're busy people, you have to know what to do with it. But we wanted it to have a real stamp and standard of quality. Like that's just so important to us in everything that we do. And this to us is going to be huge. Like this is just the first cohort in the world of many. So
absolutely. I mean, this will be mind-blowing, and you guys already have some corporate bookings as well. You're going to be doing tester sessions for universities as well that they're coming up. So I'm actually really, really excited for us to bring that into this world. And if there's an organization as well that it's listening at the moment, do request information, because that's something which can be so beneficial for any organization and enterprise out there. I mean, Donna and Cheryl have actually got bookings already for organizations and for universities as well. So do you check? I don't know whether you're going to be uploading a link or whether you have the link, but if there's someone from a human resources or someone from any type of organizational structure as well listening, it's really worth having a look. It is not just for small businesses. I want to make that very, very clear.
100%.
It is. Yes, it is. And it
leaders
can benefit a lot.
These are the skills. I mean, we were 20 years each in leadership in corporate. Like a
Yes.
lot of what that's what we say. This is almost like 50 years worth of knowledge and wisdom experience, half a century from both of our brains.
Yeah.
These are things that we used as leaders as well. So to us, like when I was in corporate, leadership development was my favorite thing. Like I loved bringing leaders through at all levels and seeing them flourish. And to me, these are skills that anyone who was leading people, this isn't just about business. Like you said wealth in all areas at the start.
Yeah.
And I love that. And that to us, these are coaches are leaders are coaches.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, yeah. And this is the thing as well. And the reason why I always say, I actually say that sometimes in my trainings as well. You know, what is wealth? Because people, I find, and I certainly didn't know the first 8 years, what is actually wealth? We always think it's money. But if generating that amount of money causes your health, your mental and physical health, your personal relationships, friendships and family relationships, that's not wealth. That's just a hustle. And you really don't want to create that hustle culture is good, but it's a small bandage for a short period of time.
Yeah.
What you really want to aim is create that wealth in every area of your life. And that's exactly what the practitioners help you to understand. Because wealth for Jimmy might be 50,000, for Kerry might be 100,000, and for Sarah might be 1 million. It's different for different people. It's really how that connects to your, again, we're going back to your internal you and your relationships and what you want to structure in your life, business and career as well.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's what makes this different. I know we're going to wrap up now if you're watching it and you're trying to have your dinner. But it was just an interesting question because a few people said, well, there's so many different things out now. You know, you've got RTT, you've got all these different things. Like, we aren't therapists. Like, we're not teaching you how to go and do this one thing. And that's what we are teaching you about. Mind, about the conscious, the subconscious. We are giving you a range of tools, a range of possibilities to use, that you understand it at such a deep and detailed level that when you are sitting with someone, yourself or someone else, you're going to be able to understand what's going on. Many different levels, like you said, mind, body, soul. This isn't us sitting. Mind coding isn't a thing where you do a bit of tapping, or it's a whole program. It's a whole exploration and discovery.
Because the more, and that's exactly what your practitioner teaches. And one thing before we go off, I think me and Donna, we love talking, but it's just so much to discuss around this course. I'm actually really, really excited about that, and I'm more excited that it's also going into the organizational side of things as well. But one thing this course as well teaches you is, and I think it's a huge thing that we lack, or certainly my generation sometimes lack, I feel, millennials, is teaches you an accountability. That's also like a hidden message, because the more you understand yourself, the more you understand what you want, how you can actually progress forward, and how you can apply those tools, is you understand as well how how you can be accountable. And accountability is what creates that wealth, creates the wealth in relationships, creates the wealth in in money, in health, in anything, because this is the first step to actually being integral to yourself first and then to others. And I actually have goosebumps when I talk about the certification. It's so good. And it has, like I said, the fact that it's accredited, it's on another level. So like I said, it's not just Donna and Cheryl, it's a whole accreditation team. It's being looked from a perspective of, okay, what is it bringing from an academic perspective? What is it bringing from practical perspective? How is then the academic matches the practical? And then how can the delivery be so good to people that as soon as they finish, and even whilst they're doing it, they can actually start applying the tools and the knowledge.
I love that. Mic drop. Well, thank you, and thank you to all of
You're very welcome
for bringing it to life. I think we've wanted to do this for so many years. I think we've just been scared because it felt like it will be such a huge undertaking, and it has been, but
Yeah.
it's been so much easier than I thought it would be because
Yeah.
of you and the team. We've just been
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh,
And
thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure working with you. And guys, share your page, because I think everyone needs to check it. Small business, enterprise, corporations, university, college, whatever you are, it's really is. And it's really, really important for people to understand what is actually a practitioner.
Yeah.
Before you even look into the mind coding, answer yourself in terms of practitioner.
What is a practitioner? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you, my love. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to put the links in as soon as I drop off with Anna. I'll put the links on all of the feeds so you can go and check it out. Today is the day. So let's do it. Big loves, everyone. Thank you, Anna.
Bye, guys. Have a fabulous weekend.